You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Young and the Restless fans, today we're talking about you and what plots you are really hating right now on this CBS soap. We're going to talk about stuff happening with Adam, Phyllis, Nick, Summer, and more. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and if you're not following us, please click subscribe. So, number one, first and foremost, we have to talk about Sharon Newman and Phyllis Summers and their kidnapping. It's not the acting is bad. I'm not saying that. Actually, on all the plots we're going to talk about, the acting's great. You know, the actors are gorgeous. They're very talented. It's the writing. That's the problematic thing. This is Sharon's second kidnapping over the past couple of months. And we are being subjected to Phyllis's endless whining accusations and grating shrieks about everything. That's been going on for months too. I used to really like Red, but now anytime she's on, I know it's going to be painful on my ear holes. So some of the fan comments about Phyllis in this new kidnap story include calling her an ASS clown and saying she's being a total tool. One person on X asked, "Am I the only one who doesn't give a single F? Who kidnapped Phyllis and Sharon?" And another said, "If those two become friends after this, I will throw up." So another person said it pretty well with less profanity when they tweeted, "I'm really tired of this Sharon-Phyllis duo or rivalry. It has been beaten to death, and I would like to see other characters in this situation. I don't care if their dynamic changes. It probably won't anyway." Bottom line, I love Sharon Case, but they need to do something else with her character than having her in constant victim mode. And as for Michelle Stafford as Phyllis, I know she doesn't get to write her own material, but the screechy shtick is painful. This is Josh Griffith's fault. And what's insane is Y&R just won the Writers Guild of America Award for soap writing. I won't even read you the comments on them getting that award because fans are stunned, with most saying it is the worst writing they've ever seen in Young and the Restless' entire long history. And I tend to agree, outside of when Mal Young was showrunner. That British dude was a plague on Y&R, but Josh Griffith is pretty close second. It's bad. All right, so number two, Chelsea and Adam's slow burn romance is leaving fans a little hot under the collar. First of all, it's so slow, there's been barely a spark to kindle a flame. We finally got a kiss this week, and then they stopped short of hitting the sheets. Even worse, they're rewriting history and trying to make their Shagfest in Baltimore into some retroactive, really romantic aha moment where they realize they're each other's endgame and soulmate. That didn't happen. They were stressed out and drunk and they banged. That's all. I love Adam in all his iterations, and I adore Mark Grossman. But him with Chelsea, just this time around, it's doing nothing for me, and that goes for a whole bunch of fans as well. One of them on Twitter said, "What I think most days watching them is Adam and Sally outshined Chatham on all fronts. Truth hurts." Another person said, "The only slow burn on the Chelsea Adam redo is Mark Grossman's eyes burning from how bored he is with this current pairing." Ouch, right? And another fan said on X that their reunion is boring and looks forced. And here's another. "Breaking up Adam and Sally for this boring, slow reunion of Adam and Chelsea is easily one of the worst things I have been subjected to as a fan." And then the last tweet I'll share on this is kind of fun. "They have to know that viewers are not supporting Adam and Chelsea. For some reason, this couple is having all these in-depth conversations because Y&R is desperate. It's forced and boring. It needs to stop." And then that came with a meme posted with it from Mean Girls, "Stop trying to make fetch happen." So let's keep moving. Another bone of contention for Young and the Restless fans is another couple. It's number 3 on my list of things that are irritating fans right now. It's about Nick and Sharon. Unlike with the Chatham thing, a lot of fans really do want them together, and they're angry that Josh is dragging his feet like snail slow. One tweet said, "It's beyond time to reunite Nick and Sharon. They've teased it far too long." And some of them, want Y&R to either shick or get off the pot. Another tweet was, Nick does nothing but worry about Sharon. Free Nick. And if you remember that pre-kidnapping Valentine's Day dream that Sharon had when she woke up to Nick, here's a comment on that. What is the point of dreams? Just reunite Sharon with Nick already. This damn show is so ridiculous. There was also, and I liked these, there were a couple of interesting polls on Twitter. One asking, should Sharon and Nick reunite? And almost 77% of people said yes. And another asked if Nick has romantic feelings for Sharon, and that got about a 62% yes. That's a lot of people that really want this. And what's so lame about keeping Nick and Sharon apart is that they want to be together. They have feelings for each other. Neither one of them has feelings for anybody else. There's no obstacles in their way other than this repetitive kidnap issue. So why keep them apart? The writers are forcing a reluctant Chelsea back to Adam, but eager Nick and Sharon are sleeping apart. Make that make sense, right? Number 4 on my list of things angering fans is Victor's wash, rinse, repeat of going after Jack again. They've literally done this plot dozens of times over the past several decades. Nikki was drinking herself into oblivion. Jack took some drugs to scare her straight. Nikki got straight. And Victor, just can't stop raging about debauchery. I feel like there's a word of the day calendar in the writer's room and somebody spilled a milkshake on it, so it got stuck. And the only page they can read is the one that says debauchery. I've heard that word more times on this show than I have in the entirety of my life. One tweet asked if after Phyllis and Sharon are done with their kidnap thing, can we lock Jack and Victor into the psych hospital so they can work out their issues? Another said they had spare time and decided to watch Y&R today and said Victor wants revenge on Jack by targeting Jabot. How original. Yep, I agree. Another tweet said they think based on the acting that even Eric Braeden doesn't enjoy Victor going after Jack again and again anymore. Another just said the word boring, renewing the rivalry between Jack and Victor. And here's a couple more tweets. One said, damn it, Victor, leave Jack alone. Another said, I'm sick of Victor picking on Jack. And here's one last one. This is getting so old and boring. Victor trying to screw over the Abbotts, and for what? Because Jack actually saved Nikki. All right, the last one on our list of storylines that have fans ready to change channels is number 5, the Summer Claire-Kyle love triangle. I'll say right off the cuff, not a fan of love triangles. I don't mind a little competition, and I know triangles are a soap staple, but I think they should be used sparingly, and the ones that are lame can just be scrapped. It's one thing if somebody is tempted by two people. It's another if the person at the center of the triangle is not into one of the people, like with Claire and Kyle. It's very clear that Kyle is smitten with Claire and has zero romantic interest in Summer. She's basically stalking him at this point and harassing his girlfriend with her petty attitude. All it proves is Summer is Phyllis Jr. Let's look at some fan comments like this one. Claire needed to put Summer in her place a long time ago, but Summer insists she's not jealous of Kyle and Claire. Girl, bye. Here's a nice, concise tweet. Summer, Kyle, Claire triangle is boring. And this one made me laugh. The person tweeted, Summer, go look for your crazy mama and leave Kyle and Claire alone. You're so transparent. And another said, so they are using this Phyllis disappearance as a prop to this triangle with Summer, Kyle, Claire. And this is another poll. This is funny. On Twitter, they asked, should Kyle be with Summer or Claire or neither? Claire got 31%. Summer got just 20%. But what really made me giggle is that the answer that he should be with neither got 40%, double what Summer got. It seems that Kyle is the larger issue here. And let's be real. He is a Nepo baby entitled cheater. Bottom line, that sums up his character. I think one of the last times I really enjoyed Kyle was when he was chasing Lola and wooing her, and she told him to keep his spendy gifts and shove off because she had a real job and a food truck to run. I like the sass she gave him, and I think he needs some more. Hey, drop your comments on what plots are driving you crazy on Y&R right now.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.